Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you today, and I'll be sharing how you, as a course creator and coach, can use KDP journals like these ones and books to get more authority and credibility as a coach, course creator. You can also get more clients to your programs, memberships, one-on-one coaching through a book. And you can also get royalties, of course, every single month on Amazon. That becomes an additional stream of income. Now, if you see these books, this might sound a little bit intimidating, like, oh my God, Laura, I'm not an author. I did not plan to write a whole book right now. And don't worry, this is not what we are covering today. We're not covering writing a whole book because, yes, that is a lot of work. Still a nice goal for long term, but what I recommend and what my technique is to create low content journals and low content book. And what does low content mean? Let me show you. Contrary to a regular book where you have all of the pages of the book being written, a low content book basically has a lot of repetitive pages or has a lot of pages where people have to fill something out or they have to draw something. As example, we can look at journals, coloring books, workbooks, activity books, and so on. And you as a coach and course creator will be able to create something for your own niche, no matter if it is like if you're a Christian coach, or if you're a weight loss coach, if you're a spiritual coach, if you're a business coach. There are all these different topics that you can create a journal, a low content book that fits your topic. And what makes this really attractive is that similar to a real book, it still gives you the credibility. You will be able to introduce yourself to a wider audience and show off your expertise in a lot simpler way instead of writing a whole book. Okay, so before we dive into KDP for coaches and course creators, I want to quickly introduce myself because many here will not know who I am. And my name is Laura Bohl. Some of you might have seen me because I've been a client of Evelyn for around 4 years, and you might have seen me in the communities. For those that have never seen or heard of me and don't know what I do, I am a Amazon nerd, I would say. So 10 years ago, I found out that you can sell products on Amazon, and that totally changed my life. For many years, I didn't do it successfully because it took me some time to learn. But now I'm very happy to say that I have multiple brands and a multi-million-dollar business on Amazon. And in 2020, something really cool happened is I found out about KDP and selling low content books on Amazon. In a matter of less than a year, I was able to have profits, monthly profits, which are called royalties, of $10,000. So this is usually what I'm known for. I'm known for being the person that helps you either sell print on demand on Amazon or helps you create physical products on Amazon. So that's what I'm known for, specifically journals. So you see behind me, there are a lot of beautiful journals, some of my own, some of my clients, and I basically, make millions selling journals, things that I love. That's my passion. Awesome. So today, what am I going to be able to help you? I want to show you what print on demand is with KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, how it is called. We're going to look at what low content books are and how you can set them up. And I'm also going to share a few tips how you can get the best as a coach and course creator with your low content books so that you can get more clients, more credibility and authority, and also more leads and royalties. Royalties is also a nice byproduct of selling on Amazon. Now, let's start with what is KDP. So KDP is a program that Amazon started. And what is really, really cool about it is because it allows you to get started with very low investment and very low risk, because you don't need to invest into inventory upfront. All that you need is create a PDF that you can upload on Amazon. You can offer it to clients, and only once they buy it, that's when Amazon will print it, and that's when you get a royalty. So this is awesome because you really don't need to have a lot of upfront investment in either time or money. Of course, we need to create a journal, and we're going to cover how that doesn't need to take as much time as you might think right now. Now, here is how the whole process of print on demand works. We upload our PDF file to the Amazon KDP website. As soon as it's ordered by someone, that's when it gets printed and shipped by Amazon. So there's no printing or shipping that you need to take care of. It's all automatic. And then you get paid in royalties. So a percentage of the selling price is going to go into your pockets. And that's basically your profit and what we call in the publishing world royalties. Now, usually KDP is used for authors that write novels or self-help books or any type of fiction or non-fiction book. But we are going to do something that is a bit of a hack, I would say. So instead of writing a novel or books or something in that direction, we are going to dive into what is called low content. So no, you can actually start KDP without being an author. You don't need to be an author. You can get clients and have your own books by doing low content books. A low content book truly isn't that difficult. I want to share here, this is my son. He was a little bit younger at that time. He was, I think, 8 or 9. And we created his very own gratitude journal for kids as well. On Canva here, you see him design his cover. And it truly is not as difficult to create. And I want to take away any sort of feeling of like, oof, I won't be able to do this. I'm sure you will. And let me show you how this can be achieved. So here we already looked at a few low content book ideas that you could do, from planners, journals, logbooks, activity books, coloring books, and so on. There are tons of different forms of low content books. And when I think of low content books, I basically think of books that have repetitive pages, like this one here. So this is an affirmation journal where on one side you have an affirmation designed, and on the other side you have lines, and you are able to write down and journal with the affirmation in mind. This is a perfect example of a low content journal. Of course, you could have a bit more content as well. There is no exact rule of how much or how little. This is going to be based on what you want to offer to your clients and to the end user. I personally like to make it a little bit more mid-level content because I feel like it brings more value to the end user. And what I like to think about is I like to have 3 portions. The beginning, which is more like instructions, introductions, maybe a few exercises, maybe like an affirmation bank, maybe a few additional resources. That's also where you could link an offer already or your free resource. But we will talk about that just a little bit later. In the second portion, I usually have the key pages. The key pages are the pages that repeat throughout the journal. If we think of gratitude journals, you will notice that most pages look the same. Like open any type of journal, guided journal that you have at home, you will see, okay, most pages are the same. So these are the key pages. And here I like to do something that is a bit more guided. That's my own preference. So I like to have either prompts or exercises and things that people could either use daily or weekly. And then at the end of the journal, I like to have, in the third phase, I would like to have either some possibilities for additional notes and more resources, introducing offers and kind of rounding off the experience, helping the person go from there. Let's talk about the steps that you need to take to start creating your very own first low content journal. We need to start by researching. And when we research, it is important to understand like what is our niche specifically, and is there a target market on Amazon or not? If you are part of my group coaching program, The Club, I would ask you, what is your intended goal? Do you want to gain new customers through the vast amount of customers that Amazon has? Or do you want to serve existing customers? Because the reason why I'm asking you this question is because there's sometimes niches that are a little bit more deeper and not broad enough to have enough audience on Amazon. Sometimes you might have a target market that is not specifically looking on Amazon. If that is the case, I would say use Amazon as your printing machine, as a way of having a beautiful journal that you can then give to your clients. If you do, however, want clients from Amazon, it is very important that you do the research and look for an existing market. To find out if there's a demand for what you want to offer, we need to figure out, are people on Amazon using the search bar and looking for it? While we understand doing the research can be quite difficult. Within our club membership, we do have a monthly demand report, which gives you all the different journals, coloring books, workbooks, activity books, planners, notebooks, logbooks, and word searches that people are actively searching on Amazon at this moment. And you will see what the search volume is like, how many people are looking for it, and you'll see all sorts of different topics, as you see here. Now, why is this so important? Because if no one is actively using the search bar to look for what it is that you want to offer, it is going to be extremely hard to get sales. So that's why I was saying, like, if you were part of a group coaching call, I would ask you what your intended goal is. Because if you plan to get royalties, profits through selling on Amazon on autopilot, and you want to get clients on autopilot, you need to make sure that the journal topic is something that people are actively already searching for. As part of a bonus of this training, you're going to get access to the February 2024 demand report as a gift, where you'll be able to see all the different topics that people are currently looking for, so that you can find a topic that fits your coaching niche, so to use that journal for your coaching business. Now, once you have done your research, we will need to start thinking of a concept. Like, what is the result that you want to give the person that is buying your book, your journal, your coloring book? And that's when I do a little bit of a brainstorming session. I might take some pen and paper out and think about, okay, what could I give the client? I also find it very helpful to look through different Canva templates and look through different ways that you can add value into the project without making it overly complicated for yourself. I believe in not making things too complicated so that it is easier to actually implement, because the biggest enemy of success is not implementing things. And that's why I so believe in having templates and having support to reduce the creative burden. Now, as we are now going into the second step of what it is that needs to be done and looking at creating interior pages, I'm going to show you why I love working with templates. So for that, I'm going to go through to show you what I mean with templates. I'm going to show you some of my templates that we have in the Royalties Accelerator. And you see we have coloring books, we have low content books from journal, planner, tracker, and there are all sorts of different types of journals that we could potentially do. So let's just access some of these templates and look at the design. And I'm going to show you why we use these different templates and why I find using templates are so beneficial. So in this case, we see a few different templates that we could use for part one of the journal, which would be like more exercises maybe, or like a goal planning part, or maybe like a resource. And then we can think of like a page that we would use as a key page. So let's say I see this one. Instead of today's intentions, I might make it my intentions, so that this could go in the beginning. And then we could rewrite the content. I'm not going to create a whole book on this in this call, but what I want to give you insight of that, these type of templates, where I always recommend to make some changes to them, can work very well as a bit of a blueprint and as a way of doing mix and match, using beautiful layouts that already look really nice, and then making some changes. And making changes can be super easy. You can just go and change fonts. And by changing the font, this might not fit very well, but this might look really nice, or this one is good. You already change the design. And the cool thing is you can change pretty much anything very quickly, change the text, and just use the layout as to make it easier. So I tend to do that. That allows me to create a journal that I really like in less time. It's really important that you think of the customer journey. You want to be thinking of like, where's the person starting out and where do they want to go to, and how can I help them with this journal? There's no need to have any type of template packed into your journal and have everything in there, because that can actually lead to an experience that is very overwhelming. But it can be helpful to say like, okay, so what are some pages that could really add some value that I can add into the front, maybe some exercise, maybe a bucket list, maybe a goal setting, maybe some intention, maybe something like that. And then what can I add to the key pages that will help the person? Now, if it's a coloring book, then it's a little bit of a different story. Then you might think, okay, what is the theme of my coloring book? We can look at an example here, which I thought is very interesting. So if we look at coloring books, we have like anxiety coloring books, for example. So there are coloring books specifically for people that are dealing with anxiety. But something I found very interesting as well, if you specialize in grief, let's say you're a grief coach, you could use coloring pages in order to help people through grief, or you could use a guidance journal that helps them go through grief and helps them during the journey. These are just some examples to show that one topic could go into different directions, from creating coloring books to journals to planners to log books and so on. If we think that you might be like a marathon coach, you could be thinking of a nice running logbook where people can log their runs and they can, keep track of their progress. They might be preparing for a marathon or something like that. So there's so many different ways that this could go to help you help your coachees, your clients the best, and also while not making it overly complicated, while being able to use templates. A lot of Evelyn's beautiful templates can work very well here, especially if you are part of Secret Weapon. There are a lot of beautiful pieces that you can reuse for your own journals, planners, coloring books, and so on. Now let's continue. What we have designed interior pages is all about designing the cover. And for covers, it is really important that it does grab the attention, that it does look interesting enough for people to want to click on it. Like here, we do see some covers that look a bit better than others. Some look super basic, but that can be interesting. It might just be some look a little bit more motivational, different types of, like this looks a little bit more like fun. And you want to work on a cover that stands out. All of this can be easily done through Canva. And there are also templates that you can use, and there are beautiful patterns that you can use to create beautiful covers a lot easier as well. Then let's continue with the next part of creating your own journal. So once you have researched the topic, you've created the content, you might have used templates or different templates from different places. It's just important that you make sure that all the fonts are the same and that you make a few changes to make it a bit more your own. I highly recommend that. You then create a beautiful cover design. You create a beautiful cover design, and from there we need to come up with a nice title and a good description that includes the keywords. That's why the demand report that I shared with you earlier can be super helpful. The demand report has a ton of different keywords, and you can always look through the keywords and see, are there a few different ones that match what I'm trying to do? Once we have that done, you have a nice title, you have a description of your book, and if you're not sure how that looks on Amazon, basically the title is here. You see often these titles are quite long, and this is because they have different keywords in there to make sure that people can actually find it. And here we do see the description, and the description often has important keywords in there while trying to also show like, hey, this is what is inside, and show off all the different benefits. There is some visual description that you can also add that I highly recommend. You want to show what the book looks from the inside. This is very important when you sell things online because people cannot actually like scroll through it or like open it and like look through it. They can't. So they need to look at photos, and they highly rely on photos and reviews. So if the reviews have no photos, they will want to see something. Like, what are they getting? Very important. Once you have written out a description and a title and a beautiful thing, now with AI, this has gotten a lot easier than it used to be. And getting the keywords from our demand report to see like, okay, what are the different keywords that people are actually searching for that really match my product. Relevancy is important. Quantity is not as important as quality, and a good quality keyword means that it is relevant. It has to be really highly relevant to what the person is searching for. Now, once we have done that as well, we can upload our journal to the Amazon KDP platform, and we will need to wait until Amazon gives us the go and our product goes live, and it will then be visible on Amazon. It will be just one of these here, and it will become visible to the public. Initially, often when the niche is not as competitive, these seem to be very new ones, they will show up. If something's a bit more competitive, they might show up on later pages. They might be on page 3, 5, and so on. So I do recommend doing what I would call a launch. And a launch is a period of time where you do a bit more promoting. You can promote off Amazon, or you can use simple ads to get some traction like they do here. I think these ads might not be as productive because the designs here are not really as attractive, I would say, and they have a really bad review. So I would say that these ads might not perform as well. But some of these ads here on the top, I'm sure will have a lot better results and will help getting some sales and then long-term ranking. Because for any search engine type of platform, such as Amazon, YouTube, Google, and so on, we need to be visible on the first page for people to be able to either see us and buy us. So let's talk about how having a low content KDP book, no matter if it's a journal, coloring book, logbook, and so on, how can that support your coaching practice or courses the most? Like, what are some tricks and tips that I can give you so that your coaching business can benefit the most by you having a low content book on Amazon? So let's look at a few different things. The first being that you can use different QR codes. This is a photo I took today of a journal. This is by a coach. And not only she introduces herself, she also has a ton of different QR codes, as you can repeatedly see. Hold on. Here, she tends to have some QR codes. Here on the example photo, you also see that. That leads to free resources, video material, and this is something that you can do as well. And I highly recommend that. Use QR codes to get people to your website, to your email list, to your podcast, to your YouTube, to your social media, to your website, freebies, anything that you can give value to the client while getting a contact in return, while getting a subscriber in return, and so on, is going to really be able to benefit your coaching business, because you can further grow your audience and email list and so on. And that can later on lead to clients. You can also build up your authority and credibility by really focusing on truly introducing yourself in your book. Here we see as well, she's done a good job. She's used photos. We have an about the author section where there is more explanation about what the author does. You can also share your story. Maybe you have a hero story, how you had a rough start in your journey, whatever topic it is about, let's say weight loss, your whole weight loss journey. And that is going to give you credibility that, hey, this journal is truly written by someone who's been here. I have done this. So you can give the person the feeling like, hey, this person knows what she's talking about because she's done it. You can add testimonials from clients, and you can also add a lot of personal examples that are going to add on to your credibility and your authority, because people, through more stories, through more personal examples, will be able to see like, oh, wow, okay, this author has quite a bit of experience with this. They have done this with a few different people. I also see some testimonials. Let me see what else they have to offer, because I think, let's say for weight loss, I would really appreciate more support to help alongside this journal. Maybe that author also offers coaching or other possibilities, or a course that I would really like to join, for example. So you really can put yourself out there in the journal and introduce people a lot more to yourself. So similar to your book, you can add that authority and credibility, and also help them with very practical exercises inside your low content book. A third tip that I want to give you is you can actually lead directly to your offers. You can have a QR code, an introduction to your SLO. You can have a QR code or a site lead to your SLO, to your membership. Maybe you have a discovery call. Maybe you offer group coaching. Maybe you have any other type of course or service. And the good thing is you would have a really warm lead that is already interested in what you have to offer. They already bought from you. They already trust you a lot more. And you can lead them directly to an offer that you have. And at that time, the cool thing is you can grow your business, your coaching business, while you're also getting royalties from Amazon from selling the product that you have. There are a few famous examples that have done extremely well with KDP. So let me show you this pretty cool example. So this is Amanda Francis. Maybe some of you might know her. She is a money coach, money mentality coach, and she has all sorts of different courses and things. And she has this journal, Rich as Fuck journal. And in this journal, we do see it is a low content book, lots of like prompts. And here in this journal, you see that the author, she does introduce herself and also introduces what she has to offer in her journal. People can then go to her course and buy her course. Through her book and her journal, she was able to add more clients to her courses as well. So yeah, not only does she generate sales with her journal, she also is able to get more clients, help her audience better, further nurture them through this product, and then later on they can buy her courses or whatever offer she wants to offer. Throughout her journal and also in her book, her courses and offers are mentioned. Now I know I have limited time with you here today, and I won't be able to show you every single step in just an hour long or less training. So if you're ready to learn the process of publishing your very own low content books that will benefit your coaching practice, add additional stream of income, add additional clients, and you want to publish your very first low content books in the coming weeks, I highly recommend you to join us in the KDP Club membership. In the KDP Club membership, not only will you get step-by-step tutorial of how to create the pages, how to create and research, how basically do from zero to publishing, even running ads. Everything is included and taught in the KDP membership. You have coaching calls, you have weekly design coaching calls, you have weekly co-working sessions, you get a members only Facebook group access, you have, oh my goodness, I think over 4,000 different templates that you can benefit from, and group coaching calls with me. We've had hundreds of people go through this membership and so many beautiful journals and planners that have been published out there. And here, just to give you again an overview, you get step-by-step tutorials, Canva, templates for planners, coloring books, journals in all sorts of different topics, exclusive Facebook community, monthly keyword research done for you. So every month you will get access to the keywords, monthly masterclasses and trainings and live Q&As and basically coaching calls, recording of past challenges. So we've done weekend challenge like create your book in a weekend challenge. We currently are going to have a TikTok challenge, like how to grow your sales using TikTok. And at the same time, how to build your personal brand on TikTok. We have design classes every single week and design coaching calls. So basically you can come with your KDP design and have a designer help you rearrange the cover, make it all look a little bit more, beautiful, especially if you're struggling with design, which I am also a person who struggles. It is super helpful to have someone do it with you. We have weekly co-working sessions, so that we help you and everyone helps each other implement all the different steps so that we can get progress, because not implementing is the biggest enemy to success. And we will do everything that we can to support each other to actually implement as well. Now, all of that you can get for $49 a month. So it's a group coaching program, plus support, plus all the templates, plus the co-working, plus the community, plus everything else for $49 a month. I'm very excited for those of you who want to join us. If you want to see what the KDP Club looks from the back end, let me quickly show you as well. So we do have here an event calendar where you will find all the different calls that we have. Some are with me, some are with Jamie, some other co-working sessions. Everything will be here, and you will be able to subscribe to not miss anything. It will automatically sync with your calendar. So very easy to follow. You see all the introduction classes. You will see it is in different phases to make it a lot easier. We will show you even how to set up your Amazon KDP account. We will talk about the journal creation. You'll see behind the scenes how I've created some of my own. We will talk about how to optimize keywords, how to launch, and all of this is super beginner friendly. And you see we have a bunch of different bonuses, workshops, challenges that you're able to watch. We have the demand report. We have a lot of designs as well, because as part of being in the club, you automatically get free access to the Royalties Accelerator. And this is where we have all sorts of different background patterns, coloring books. Here we see all sorts of different coloring books. We see, hold on, we see journal templates. Let's look at them. We have all sorts of different topics. As you can see, the list goes on and on and on and on. A lot of different journals that you can that you can select. Also planners, we have a ton of them. Trackers, have a ton of different trackers as well. We have just page templates if you just want to have different like key pages from daily, weekly, travel, goal setting, all sorts of like calendars. You see all sorts of different templates and other like interior templates like more trackers, more note pages, copyright pages, commitment pages, like people to write down a contract. The person can commit to themselves, like a contract with themselves, like all sorts of pages that would help you get it done. We also have a plus content, which is the visual description that you can add to your Amazon listing. We have templates for that too. And it's all added in the Royalties Accelerator, which is automatically part of the KDP Club. And you get all of this for $49 a month. And yeah, I'm so grateful to have been able to do this training with you. I hope I was able to give you some insights, some inspiration, some ideas, and that you're already thinking about what type of low content books you want to be creating and selling on Amazon. This is a fantastic opportunity at this point of time. There's so much room still. There's so many niches that do not have really cool journals, planners, and coloring books just yet. And the new niches popping up all of the time as well. And I'm also very excited to announce that since I have become a subject matter expert and have partnered up with Evelyn, you'll be able to see more of me as well. And I'm looking forward to support you with any type of KDP questions here in Evelyn's communities. And I look so much forward to be working with you and to be creating low content books together on Amazon. Thank you so much for your time and looking forward to seeing you very soon. Bye.